I am so done with this flat. You know, there's moments where it's not too noisy, where I'm like, oh, I like it, it's got a nice view, but there's so many potential noises. I'm just done with it. Like, I've had such a shit morning where, you know, basically I really want to be able to open this door when I'm sat working on my laptop, and the window. Like, having the air coming in, it just feels really important. I think it's more energetic than anything else. I feel like when you live in these buildings with, you know, lots of people stacked up on each other, of course, the majority of them being total NPCs with really horrible energy fields, you know, you can feel that stuffiness in the flat, and I feel like it's really important to open the windows and let air in, but I just, invariably, I can't do that because of the noise. Now, I had an interesting conversation with Alex, if you remember him, for avid viewers, the guy that showed me around. Another Jew. Nice guy. But, you know, so I realised that for me, when I talk about honesty, I'm talking on a level that, to your average NPC who just lives in a life of lies and doesn't know anything different, doesn't even know that they're living a life of lies, taking in constant lies, just being of lies, I realised that, you know, to him it won't really be dishonest, but I live in a world of, you know, absolute honesty, like really noticing and feeling if I ever tell a mistruth. So I was told when I moved in here that construction site was going to end in 5 days. Well, it's still going on 2-3 weeks later. I was also told that it ends at 6 p.m. every night. Some nights it goes on till 9 p.m. at night. He didn't mention anything about the new construction site that was about to start, and of course I get it, he's an estate agent, he's trying to sell the property, of course he's not going to tell me about it. And that's all fine until I tell you the next bit. So, the whole Jew in the basement Kabir situation, I got a message off the estate agents thanking me for helping with that situation. And then, so that was from the female, from Violet. And then Alex got in touch with me, again, it's just constant fucking noise. Again thanking me, and then getting into more of a chat. And he sent me a voice note saying, I'm wondering why we haven't seen you, why haven't you come for coffee, why haven't you come for breakfast? And well, my answer was to that was just like my general assumption that nobody likes me and my antisocialness. But actually what it is you lied to me. As far as I'm concerned, you've lost your integrity. And I do hold people to a very high standard, but I hold people to the standard that I live by. Just because I'd rather be alone than be with somebody of no integrity. That just seems really obvious to me, but it seems that most people live this life with a sense of loneliness and need for validation that they seek in others, so they accept shit. They accept absolute shit as friendships, associates, really. Validation partners. Coping partners. So yeah, that's the real reason. The real reason is, well, there's two reasons. There's three reasons. There's one, I don't hang around with anyone. I just don't bother because no one can provide anything that more than a tree could ever provide for me. Two, we had a discussion about the state of the world and what's going on, and he wasn't a libtard, but he believed in governments. He believed that China was sovereign, that Russia was sovereign, and he didn't agree with me that, you know, it's controlled by a certain country, all controlled by a certain country. He still believed the presentation that, you know, countries are autonomous and aren't all just controlled for one central point. So immediately I kind of just lose interest because then it all just becomes a debate. It all just becomes, like speaking to a child, really, like trying to explain to a child, but then their desperation to be right and their ego comes in, and it's just so boring. So that was that reason. And then of course the fact that, you know, you lied to me and didn't have integrity. Now, people watching this are going to think I'm slagging these people off. Like, these are really good people. These are, you know, as people go, like, great, pretty interesting, kind, friendly people. But they're not there. They're not there. They're not in vulnerability. They're not in authenticity. They're not in honesty. They're not in surrender. You know, they're still of the ego, they're still of the mind. And that's fine. I don't criticise that, and it sounds like I'm criticising, but I'm not. I'm just pointing it out. I don't, you know, I accept that that's where most people are at, but it's just not for me. So there's all that. So the reason I brought all that up is because I think I'm about to message him. So this is the other thing he said to me, was they don't give refunds. So you have to sign a 3-month contract, and they don't give refunds, but they will move you if you're not happy. So I think I'm going to test that out. I think I'm about to send him a voice note saying I'm not happy here. Like, I can't live. Like, the idea of doing this for another 2 months. But the thing is, I think they only deal with flats, so I don't think they're going to be able to offer me anything better. I don't think they have houses, but I might as well message and find out. Like, there's a chance I could spend the next 2 months in a nice, quiet house, rather than going through this every day. Honestly, last night, the guy above, man, for about 40 minutes, you know, I was just like, what are you doing? Like, what actually are you doing? And then this morning, the kids downstairs have been so noisy, man. I just can't cope with it. And there's a Vietnamese family that have just moved in on the top floor. So obviously, every time they come in and out, they're just shouting. Like, it's just constant noise. And it just comes straight into my flat. It's awful. Couple of updates. It turns out Chewbacca is called Brendan. And he's a really sound guy. We actually had a chat for about 2 hours yesterday. And again, it's one of them where, like, not a libtard, but it's just amazing. So we discussed 9/11, and he was saying how adamant he was that it was, you know, a controlled demolition and how obvious that is. But then he's still saying it was Osama bin Laden. I'm like, how do those two things go together? Like, either it was the planes and Osama bin Laden, or it was a controlled demolition and it was, you know, the usual it's them every time club. And it's just amazing the level of cognitive dissonance that you can see that it was a controlled demolition, but then still believe the mainstream narrative on it. Like, just... Anyway, he was... I chatted to him for 2 hours, so that says a lot. And then the woman that had a ridiculous reaction to the whole Kabir situation. Well, we did all we can. I made some judgments that she'd done nothing. Well, that's not true. I have seen that since then she is quite involved admin-wise. But it was still a fucking ridiculous reaction. Anyway, let's message Alex. Hi Alex, just wanted to chat to you about the possibility of transferring to another property. You said that's something you can do. Yeah, it's just so noisy, mate. I'm really struggling with it. It's like in every direction. You've got the family downstairs and their kids. You've got the people upstairs. He seems to be fucking... I don't know if he's got a workshop up there, but it's just every night. It's just... I just don't know what he's doing. Then you've got the construction site next door, which I was told would end... I'm pretty sure I was told it would end in 5 days, but it's still going on. I was also told it stops at 6 PM at night, but it goes on to like 9 PM at night. We've got a new construction site over the road. I mean, it's just non-stop, man. I can't open my windows, I can't open my doors. I am really, really struggling. So, yeah, just seeing if there's anything we can do. Thank you. So I feel like I did a fairly good job there of being like, you lied to me, without being like, you lied to me. We'll see. The other things I want to achieve today is I want to get my Zalo account sorted, which is basically a Vietnamese WhatsApp, so I can join a badminton and pickleball club. I think that could be life-changing for me. I think if I can start playing competitive racket sports again, which used to be a massive part of my life, haven't really been part of my life for like 10 years, but were a massive part for the first 20 years. Has he just messaged back straight away? Oh, he's, was that to the right person? Yeah, it was. He's given me a thumbs up, and he's now giving me a voice note back, so let's see. Oh my god, it'd be so good to live somewhere quiet. I just can't, oh, another 2 months of this, man. Alright, we have a response.
Okay, Tom, I heard you. I will talk to Violet right now. She will talk to Mrs. Young about a 1 month's notice that you want to transfer to another building. I suggest you the same building that we showed you at the first place, and there is no construction there at all, as you could be impressed. In fact, Violet said that this is the reason why she showed you that building at the first place.
Yeah, it was a big mistake taking this one on. I feel like any apartment block is gonna be challenging. I'd much rather be in a house, but I don't know if you deal with houses. But yeah, I'm willing to give anything else a go because this is bad. This is really bad. If I could be on the top floor, I think that would make a big difference. But yes, yeah, I didn't really like that flat. I didn't like the views, but yeah, I'm sure it will be better than this. Thanks, man.
It's so cool, Tom. We are trying our best to transfer you peacefully from one building to the other. I don't think Mrs. Yoon will withhold even a portion of your deposit if you give her notice, like you give her notice, and we can find somebody who can take over your apartment.
So this is Kabir's stuff. That's his walking stick. That's his drum, which just means everything to him. So at first when I saw that, I thought, oh shit, his apartment's been cleared out. That means he's dead. But actually I'm thinking those are the things that he would ask for. I don't know what that thing is. So maybe he's conscious and they're going to get taken to a hospital. Come on! Ooh, those are some very dark clouds rolling in. What the hell happened there? My camera just decided to switch off. I think I might have timed my trip to the lake today rather badly. Anyway, I've managed to sort Zalo out. It was dead easy. I didn't need any help from anyone. I can't believe I put that off for a month. So now I can join a racket sports club. I love Dalat. I absolutely love Dalat. It's just this noise thing. It's just whether Lao would be better for me because Lao is definitely going to be quieter, but then there won't be the racket sports, there won't be the high-speed internet. I don't know. Should we go and see Lao? Or should I just keep doing Dalat? I don't know. But Dalat is ace. Just noisy. And also very rainy. I mean, it's rainy season right now, so it'll be interesting to see how it is throughout the year. But yeah, I've never been anywhere in Asia that's as rainy as this, which I love. You know, as a European, it's so nice to... You know, there's moments where I'm driving around Dalat where I'm like, oh, I'm cold. Like, I'm actually cold. And it's... Yeah, it's a strange sensation in Southeast Asia. I forgot it existed, to be honest. More positive news. I've been sat by the lake enjoying my natural Red Bull sugarcane juice for about 10 minutes now, and I don't think I'm going to shit myself today, so that's progress, isn't it? So yeah, this is where I literally became an Indian and just pulled my pants down and let it slip out because there was no other option. Oh no. The invasion is here. I'm actually not talking. I was about to say I could hear them up from the road, like, because they never stop talking. But yeah, I didn't expect them to come down here, but they're actually not shouting. This is incredible. I've never been so close to locals and there be any sort of silence, but I'm sure it will change any second now. Wow. It's very difficult for a European who just values silence to live in a society that doesn't. But everything else is going for Vietnam. Like everything else about Vietnam is fantastic. Yeah, I really like it. I really, really like it. And I really like the people. Like they're so friendly. Which is all I really require. You know, I'm never gonna create. I don't create deep relationships with anyone, with Europeans or anyone. So you know, all I require is friendliness, and they've got that in abundance. But yeah, karaoke, man, karaoke. I just can't get with it. I just can't get with it. He's back. So I haven't really featured this character much. I would like to do a whole episode where I interview him. The only interaction I've had, so it's a very odd man who sits here every day, although he's not been here for the last week. You're about to see him. with dreadlocks selling bracelets. There he is. No, he didn't look at me this time. That's interesting. He usually always makes eye contact with me. So I've spoken about him briefly, just wondering about work permit, and the fact that the only interaction I've had with him was, "Oh, you're very sexy, you aren't you? Sexy boy, is what he said. Obviously, I didn't say that. Anyway, I'd like to do an interview with him because he's clearly a character, clearly mad as a box of frogs and a total sex pest. But you know, I'd much rather talk to somebody who's as mad as a box of frogs than an accountant or a doctor. You know, just these boring, fucking, repressed, programmed plebs. He's definitely not going to be programmed. So yeah, that's my intention, is to find out that man's story, but without him fucking getting his dick out. Swing solely! Ah, shit. I'm not gonna make it. The Vietnamese now, they've all pulled over. Yeah, it starts like a few, it's not spitting, it's heavy drops. And you know, you're kind of like, oh, maybe it won't happen, even though it always happens. But when the Vietnamese are pulling over, you know, it's time to give up and wrap yourself in plastic. Oh yes, they're all on it now. Ugh, we're here again. I can hate this place. But surely this is what I tell myself. So I'm about to do yoga, which I absolutely hate. I just can't stand it. But I just tell myself, you know, it's 1 hour a day, like 1 hour of misery a day. I mean, every hour is miserable. Like doom scrolling on my sofa is miserable. This is just more intense misery, so just do it. So that's what I'm gonna do, but fuck me, I hate this time of the day so much. Cracking. So it looks like yoga isn't on. I'm used to it being on at 3 o'clock, but it's a Saturday today, so it must be a different time. So that's a fucking relief. I'm keeping an eye out in case a yoga instructor walks in, but I don't think it's happening. So I'm just gonna hunk some bits of metal around instead. It's just so boring. I don't know how people do this, but I've managed to do 2 machines, but yeah, if I wasn't smoking, I'd probably be a bit more motivated. I just can't. This is why I need a class. I don't know how these NPCs do this every day. Yeah, I'm just gonna get in the sauna, but as I was leaving the changing rooms, there was someone getting in the sauna, which really scares me because I'm like, is he gonna be listening to music? The other day I went in there and there were 2 locals listening to dance music in the sauna. I was like, seriously guys, like, yeah, so I'm very worried whenever I see a Vietnamese person in there that they're going to be playing music out their phone. Let's see. Yeah, I proper snapped with this place. Like, I cannot cope anymore. For 2 days now, next up, they've literally just stopped as I started recording. It will start again any minute. But for 2 days, it's just been constant, like, I just can't do it anymore, man. I hate it. Here we go, starting again now. Very briefly. It's just incredible. The curse of the camera. It seems to be the same as the curses of the commentator. Honestly, it just gets worse. It's been so noisy today. They've been cleaning out in the reception, cleaning the doors, which don't even need cleaning. Like, obviously, she's got high standards. Obviously, I'm a scruff, so we're never going to agree on that. But it means the doors are open, so then the building site across the road is all coming in. Now there's a fucking family. I mean, are they moving in to this fucking thing? Hopefully not. Hopefully they're just here for the night. But it's, I mean, not the night. Like, I'm hoping they're just eating there or something. But so basically, it's right outside my room. It's a Vietnamese family with kids. It's just going to be hell. It's just going to be hell all night. Like, even, you know, they're not doing anything wrong. Of course, I'm not saying they're doing anything wrong, but just them talking, I'm going to hear every word. And it just drives me insane. It just drives me fucking insane. I hate it. And who are they? Like, they don't live here. Like, I mean, they're probably friends with a family, and you know, who am I to just say who should be here and shouldn't be here? But you know, I'm paying rent. Like, I don't want some random fucking family in the garden shouting. Oh, I'm just so done with it. I'm really struggling. I think, you know, just as I've sent messages out about joining pickleball clubs and stuff, I think I'm just getting pushed towards Lao. I just can't cope with the noise. You know, and I used to just numb out from stuff that pissed me off with ganja smoking and tugging of worm, and you know, until, you know, I'm still using those things to cope, but the point is they don't really work anymore. Like, I'm just done. I'm so done with that stuff. I'm ready to just let it all go, but there's no way. So this afternoon was the first time that rather than smoke, I was just like, I need to get out. I'm gonna go to this bistro. It looks really, really nice. But yeah, I just can't. I can't do it anymore. I just can't be around noise. And to get to the next phase for me, which is real stillness and peace. And obviously I need to stop smoking and stop tugging the worm for that. But to do that, I need a peaceful space. I mean, it's happening anyway, like even in this awful space. Anyway, let's go and get some scram. But look, this looks well posh. When I first saw, you know, the name Carnal Bistro, I thought, oh, that's probably going to be too expensive. But I just had a look at that, you know, and the burgers are less than I've been paying on Grab, like 150, so what's that, £4.50. Anyway, let's have a look at Carnal Bistro. Wow. Look at that. I think let's switch the music off from seeing as I'm the only person here. Wow, I almost feel intimidated to go in. Fucking hell. Hello. Can I sit down?
Yes.
Great.
You are
One people, yeah. Yeah. What about downstairs?
Yes.
Is that open as well?
Yeah, but I set up.
Yeah, no worries. I'll just sit here, it's fine. Thank you. Can I get the baked potatoes to start? And the pesto, chicken pesto?
It's sold out today.
Oh, right. How big are the baked potatoes? If I got two, would it be like a meal, or is it like two of these, or?
It's cheese and meat.
How many? One, two?
One.
One, okay. Okay, I get two of the baked potato and the pumpkin soup. Okay, thank you. Romantic meal for one, as always. Wow, that is so good. That is really good. Potato things, as you can see, I still haven't got to grips with this camera just coming on. So it's gorgeous, isn't it? Gorgeous, gorgeous place. I mean, that only cost £6. Admittedly, I had 3 starters. In those last clips, I tried to show you the clientele that normally come here. Obviously, people come here for special events, for birthdays. Both the women in there had big bouquets of flowers. And then there's me in my fucking hippie pants and my belly, just trying to get through this life and knowing that that's going to be easier without having to communicate with somebody just because they want to stick my dick in them. So yes, that's where I'm at. Alright, let's go back to the flat and see if that family, I mean presumably it's been about an hour. I really hope that that'll back up. Oh my god, I just hate it so much. It's got way more intense today. It's like I've snapped today. It's like I can't take it anymore today. Like just the thought of doing a few more days there feels really challenging. Whereas yesterday I was thinking of, you know, I was doing another 2 months. Hate it. Oh fuck it, I've got one for you. I mean there's this guy with a massive box beeping and that person driving and beeping of course. But yeah, it just, wow. The cultures are so different. Oh my god, it's so loud. It's just so loud. Can you imagine sitting with your family and eating and having a speaker on that loud? I mean, to be fair, I think they've done that. So I'll be totally honest. I've given them a bit. I've done them a disservice there because this is the third time I've driven past this shindig, and the first time they were just sat there with music on way louder than that, and I was just like, wow, just I don't even know how to comprehend it, like unbelievable. And then I drove past and they were eating without the music on, so I think I'm starting to work out what happens. I think they have really loud music to announce the party, and I assume that's kind of like announcing it to the neighbours. I think it's a bit of a status thing. I could be wrong, I don't know what I'm talking about. Then they eat and it might get a bit quieter for that, and then it's karaoke time. Oh my god. You know, I don't want to say too much because it's obviously like a massive part of their culture. When you know, where I'm coming from is just for shock, because for an Englishman that would just never happen, and no one would want it, and everyone would feel like worried about the neighbours. Like, it's just so different. That's what I'm trying to speak into, the difference. Not better, not worse, not knocking any culture. I'm the guest in their country. I appreciate all that. But it is fascinating. It is fascinating how different we are, especially when you come from the West, where the big line is diversity is our strength, we're all the same, you're racist if you think we're any different. And that's just not the reality. It's just not the reality. Fucking hell, this world, man. So we've still got noises coming from down there. They leave the doors open. Avid watchers won't see it. I saw it when I went down there the other day, like the doors are always open. Like, you got kids screaming and you got your doors open all the time. Oh, has that family fucked off? That's the question. Oh, they haven't. I can hear them already. They're gonna be out there all night, aren't they? Oh my god. Help. Oh, I can't take it anymore.